Welcome to Zoom TV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience. Basically, we're going to give you information so you can make a more informed purchasing decision. On today's show, we find out if the Toyota Hilux Limited Edition Black lives up to the hype, thanks to City Toyota.
This really is 4 cars in one very appealing package. On-road, off-road, working truck or family holiday getaway weekend vehicle. Black has all options covered.
And thanks to Wangara Volkswagen, Alan will introduce you to the all-new Volkswagen Tiguan.
This is absolutely one of the most sought-after small SUVs in the world today.
And I get to fly a plane thanks to advanced cockpit flight training.
Airspeed's increasing, power's good. We're safe to take off. Just gently ease back on the nose. There we go. You're airborne.
Oh, that was me.
Fantastic.
I did that. And our celebrity hitchhiker today is the big boss of the West Australian newspaper, Chris Wharton.
They call it the daily miracle. Right? Sometimes I think it's a miracle that it gets done.
So get ready to come flying. Welcome to Zoom TV.
Okay, we all know the Toyota Hilux and just how successful it's been over the years. But now there's a new twist to the DNA of the Hilux Black Thunder, and it looks a lot like this. The legend has been reborn. This is the 2014 Toyota Hilux Black. Based on the 4x4 turbo diesel Hilux SR5, the limited release Black is quite a pickup. This really is 4 cars in one very appealing package. On-road, off-road, working truck or family holiday getaway weekend vehicle. Black has all options covered. And don't forget the pedigree built in here. The Toyota Hilux has been Australia's top-selling workhorse for more than 3 decades. Some months it leads the entire new car segment. In the past 2 years, it has finished second and third in the sales race and was the first of only 4 pickups in the top 10 last year. Yes, this is a very impressive all-purpose vehicle and a safe one. There's a navigation system with built-in rear-view camera as standard and 6 airbags. So this car easily manages to attain the 5-star ANCAP safety rating. Toyota's stability control is an extremely valuable piece of computerized equipment. It's responsible for discreetly applying brake force to the wheel that's losing traction during cornering to prevent skidding. The Black's 3-litre turbo diesel has tons of grunt in low revs and, matched with the 5-speed auto transmission, has proven to be surprisingly fuel efficient. And comfort is well looked after as well, with very nice leather accent seats. Well, it's a great pickup, Wayne, and there are so many features and added value to this Black, yeah?
That's right, Alan. I really enjoy it when it comes out from the factory because they can do it a lot cheaper than what we can do as dealers, including the front bumper bar and rear bumper bar, which are the TRD rims and tyres, side steps, and a great alloy sports bar as well, all in black.
And warranty and servicing.
So that covers for a 3-year period, so it's a fixed price servicing. It's called Toyota Service Advantage. So it's $170 for every service, every 6 months or 10,000 kilometres for the first 3 years of warranty.
And you drive it out with over $6,000 of extras.
That's right. It's a great unique package that there's only a limited edition available.
Call it a ute, call it a truck, call it a commuter or family holiday vehicle. Whatever you call it, all new Toyota Hilux Black will respond to any application with comfort, reliability, economy and style. Have a look at one soon at City Toyota, Newcastle Street, Northbridge and Stirling Highway, Netherlands. Go to citytoyota.net.au or follow the links from Zoom TV.
You know, I love coming to events like this because you get to learn and experience a little bit of history. Like this PC-9 was originally used in the early 80s by our Air Force, including the roulettes. Actually, the Air Force still uses this plane to train our pilots. After the break, I'm going to learn a little bit more about these planes, thanks to the guys at the Advanced Cockpit Flight Training Centre. That's next on Zoom TV. I'm now joined by the Chief Pilot here at the Advanced Cockpit Flight Training Centre, Trent Robinson. How are you, sir?
Good, Aaron. How you going?
I'm good. Thanks for inviting us up. Now,
Pleasure.
What are we actually doing today?
Well, today Advanced Cockpit Flight Training is holding a public open day. The concept is really just to get people involved in aviation, expose them to the airport. No one really knows that Jannicot's here. People haven't heard of it before. Show them what Learn to Fly is all about, and to just show them some great aeroplanes out on display.
Now, I've known you for a few years, and I actually used to be a bit scared of flying.
Absolutely.
But you helped me, well, a lot scared of flying, but you helped me overcome that by actually, I suppose, teaching me what flight was about.
Yeah, well, that's one of the benefits we can do on a day like today is do a trial introductory flight. Give them a chance to talk about it, get their hands on the controls, and to just go and experience flying on a beautiful day like today, and just get a bit more understanding of what's going on. They realise it's actually extremely safe.
Now, it is a beautiful day out there, so I'm hoping that I might be able to nudge you for a flight maybe later.
Pulled a few strings, I think we can sort that out for you.
Now, I've seen a lot of nice old planes around, a little bit of history's out there, so days like this is really about letting people experience any form of plane, isn't it?
Well, that's right. We've got our basic training aircraft, just like the one we've got behind us here. New, up-to-date glass cockpit technology. Then we've got some of the older, what we call steam-driven or analog aircraft, which are still very commonly used. And then you've got the Air Force PC-9 trainer. Basically from the beginning, all different pathways, and of course up into the airlines, which is where some of our graduates will go as well. So we've got a nice cross-section here of old and new.
Okay. Now, some of the courses that you offer here, just talk us through them.
Yeah, well, we'll teach everything from recreational training for private pilot's license right through to the commercial training. So we can get you started. You'll be flying an aircraft all by yourself after about 12 hours of flying, right through the private license to about 50 to 70 hours, and then a commercial license, which you need to actually get employed as a pilot, around 150 hours.
Now, you must get told all the time that your job is amazing. You get to just take people out there and teach them how to fly.
Absolutely. It's a very rewarding job to take someone like yourself who starts off just terrified and then get rid of that, and then there you are out there flying all by yourself. There's nothing like that. It's a fantastic feeling.
I don't know if I would have used the word terrified. I was just a little bit cautious.
That's right.
Well, mate, how about you go and see if you can pull some strings and get us up there in the clouds? What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
Now, if you would like to get up in the clouds, make sure you go to acft.com.au or follow the links from Zoom TV. If you're into things that fly, drive and float, listen up. It's an Aussie icon. The great Holden Monaro will be celebrated in all its glory this weekend at the biannual Monaro Nationals, held for the very first time at the Barossa Valley in South Australia. From the 17th to the 20th of October, over 300 Monaros will come together for a meet and greet, show and shine, hill climb event, presentation dinner and farewell rally to celebrate this much loved nameplate. Who will be crowned Grand Champion Monaro? You'll have to be there to find out. Take a step back into a classic era in the New South Wales Central Coast with Chromefest. 400 to 500 classic American cars and hot rods will converge on the entrance in New South Wales to celebrate the golden era of motoring from the 24th to the 26th of October. For all the info, jump onto chromefest.org. Now, if you're in the West Coast, the Big Gemini Barbecue rolls into WA on Sunday, October 26. The Holden Gemini is an Aussie favourite, and this event at Whiteman Park Motor Museum is a great opportunity for owners and enthusiasts alike to celebrate the 50th Gemini cruise. Trophies and prizes will be awarded all day, and it all kicks off at 10:30, so get down there early. So there's some fun events you can attend if you love things that fly, drive and float all over Australia. To find out more, go to zoomtv.com.au. After the break, join me aboard this German-built Aquila, which is one of the training planes used by the Advanced Cockpit Flight Training Centre. I tell you what, I can't wait. If Trent doesn't get here soon, I reckon I can take off by myself. That's up next on Zoom TV. Do you own something incredible that drives, flies or floats? Then we want to hear about it and maybe even have you on the show. All you have to do is film a short video under 2 minutes long about your car, your motorbike, your four-wheel drive, your boat or your plane and tell us just what makes it so great. Then upload your video to YouTube and email the link to I'mAZoomaholic@zoomtv.com.au. You and your car could feature on the show all around Australia. Plus, if you're the member of a motoring enthusiast club and you've got an event coming up, let us know about it and you never know, we might come along.
Okay, Aaron, that's us. So what we're going to do is move out onto the runway You can grab onto the control column now. Okay. Right hand on the throttle.
Yep.
Left hand on the control column.
Where?
Swap hands, right hand there.
There, yep.
That's it. Nice and smooth all the way forward.
Okay, let's go.
Yep, you're flying. There we go.
Okay, let's punch it.
Yep.
Woo!
Wow.
Am I all the way up?
Yep, you're all the way.
We're all the way up,
Speed's
Captain.
good. Airspeed's increasing. Power's good. We're
Okay.
safe to take off. Just gently ease back on the nose.
Oh,
There we go. You're airborne.
Oh, that was me. I
Fantastic.
did that. Okay. So as we're going up, I can actually feel the different currents of wind as well.
Yeah, there's a little bit of slightly different parcels of air. There's slightly different air pressure, and that's what we experience as turbulence. All right, so here we go. We're 500 feet, now 600 feet, so we can turn left. Look at that beautiful view of the city and the river.
Oh, that is spectacular. I can tell you, this is a surreal feeling, actually flying in a plane.
All right, now what we can do is use the trim, and that's going to hold the elevator at the back of the aircraft, just to take that load, and then you won't need to fly very much at all.
Now, like most people at home, they would, obviously when you fly all the time with commercial jets like I do, a little bumps like this are something you wouldn't really feel, but you really...
You find them a little bit more, but yeah, you certainly have a lot more sensation in these aircraft. That's why they're called light aircraft. They're not as heavy, so you do feel a little bit, but you soon come to understand what's going on. Okay, Aaron, all right, see the runway? So we're going to come around on to final. Look at that turn. Runway straight ahead. See how quick it is to pick up?
Yep.
All right, it's going to take a bit of that load off the stick. That's the trim at the back there for us.
Now, if people want to get involved, Trenton's as easy as all they do is they log on to the net, I suppose, fill in a form, come out and have a play.
That's right, yep. Just contact us on the website and you can grab all the information you need just to get going, and then we're more than happy to get you to come in and have a chat and take you up just like this and get your journey started.
Well, there you go. All you've got to do is go to acft.com.au and you can start flying tomorrow as quick as that, I think.
Bravo, all right, let's land this thing.
I'm landing it, mate. It's going to be... And touchdown, how was that, Captain?
10 out of 10, mate. Well done.
That was pretty good.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
This is absolutely one of the most sought-after small SUVs in the world today. It's the Volkswagen Tiguan, or Golf on steroids. Now, Volkswagen have always had a reputation for quality, reliability, comfort, you name it. And this Tiguan 103 TDI 4Motion Pacific certainly lives up to all of that. Well, let's jump straight in and have a look at the features and find out just why this Tiguan is so good. There's an electric handbrake, auto hold, multifunctional steering wheel, front and rear parking sensors, dual zone climate control, auto light-centered headlights with auto rain-activated wipers, and an electrochromatic rear view mirror. Park assist or parallel parking pushes it to another level. You'll experience the vehicle parking itself as you sit back and sink into your seats and relax. The Tiguan also comes with a 2-litre turbo diesel engine, matched to a 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox, plus the added surety of 4Motion all-wheel drive. And that all comes together in a beautiful package, which makes this Tiguan a really nice car to drive. Of course, all Tiguan models come with the safety of the occupants in mind. There's driver and passenger front and side airbags, full-length curtain airbags, and stability and traction control. It's a practical car too. 5 doors, 5 seats, and a lot of room in the cabin. On the performance front, there's plenty of muscle from the 2-litre turbo diesel engine. Cornering is smooth, the ride is firm but certainly not uncomfortable, the steering is tight and direct, and all in all, this is a nice drive, even better than some of the conventional small cars we've test-driven. Gear changes are smooth and the diesel is very economical and also very quiet. Inside, the Tiguan has a lot of charm and the spacious cabin is very well detailed. It's noticeably straightforward, uncluttered and richly textured with nice materials, big round gauges and a premium luxury feel. You could easily believe you're seated in a spec'd-up Audi instead of the Volkswagen SUV. As I mentioned before, Volkswagen Tiguan promotes all of VW's core values: quality, reliability, performance, economy and class. This is a crossover vehicle from Volkswagen that's very hard to beat. The best place to test drive Tiguan is at Wangara Volkswagen, part of the quality AHG family, Berryman Drive, Wangara. Go to wangaravolkswagen.com.au or follow the links from Zoom TV.
Do you want to get more out of your diesel? Well, let the team at United Fuel Injection help you. They're the experts in diesel fuel injection, turbocharging and vehicle performance technologies. Make an appointment today and get more torque out of your diesel at unitedfuel.com.au. This plane is a Diamond DA40. It's used by the Advanced Cockpit Flight Training Centre to teach you cross-country navigation and instrument training. Coming up after the break, I'm going to catch up with this week's celebrity hitchhiker, the big boss at the West Australian newspaper, Chris Wharton. That's coming up on Zoom TV. Mr. Chris Wharton, how are you?
Mr. Aaron Pitt, I'm very well, thank you.
Now, I'm very proud to have you in the back because you've had a career in the media industry which you could call long, which you could call successful and diverse.
Well, thank you very much. It certainly feels like it's been a long time. Some would say I've had success, and certainly it's been diverse.
Now you head up the West Australian. You work right alongside, I would say alongside with Kerry Stokes. You've groomed some of the biggest talent that have come out of WA and obviously worked all over Australia. What does it take? What have you learned?
I think over the years I've learnt that you've got to be decent to people, and if you do that, you get the best out of people.
Now, you started in community newspapers, if my research is correctly.
Well, actually, I started with a paper called The Sun in Sydney, and I started as a copy boy. So, yeah, that's where I started, actually.
And you work all the way through. So I suppose what I'm saying now is you've obviously merged the Seven network with the West Australian. Where do you see media going? I mean, at the moment, a lot of people watch video over reading. Then you've got the paper now, which you can view with your phone, your iPads. What do you see is going to happen?
I think we're lucky at Seven that we produce a lot of our own stuff, and the Australian programming, stuff like Zoom TV even, you know, it's Australian programming. We choose when we're the ones that are going to put it to air first. So you can't download it and fast forward it because we control it. So that's the TV side. On the newspaper side, our circulation has just gone up for the 5th time in a row. We're bucking the trends nationally and internationally. I still think there's a lot of life in the old girl yet, but we are grappling with the digital onset, and we're developing digital products. And no matter what, some way, somehow, the West Australian will be published. Whether that's digitally or on paper for a long time, who knows?
Now, talking about some deep stuff, in your career, you would have seen a lot of breaking stories, you would have controlled, I suppose, the way some of the people found out. I suppose, what would have to be one of your most memorable breaking stories?
The most memorable one for me was the 9/11 attacks. Coincidentally, we were all together, the news director, myself, our chief of staff, and I got a phone call from my wife, and she said Alison Fan, the famous Channel 7 reporter, had rung and said that a plane had gone into one of the towers. We just all went and did our jobs, and it was a horrific, absolutely horrific, obviously, tragedy, but in the sense of as a breaking news story, only that and Bali, I think, they were the biggest ones I've ever seen.
Chris, just explain a day for us. I'm sure people like me, the only real influence I had on a newspaper was watching Clark Kent. I mean, what's a day in a paper like?
They call it the daily miracle, right? Sometimes I think it's a miracle that it gets done, but not really. You know, there's a lot of people. It's a manufacturing process. You know, there's so many people involved. At the West, there's about 1,000 people to get that daily newspaper out. So it is a daily miracle, and it's something that we do, you know, 6 days a week, 52 weeks a year.
Okay, now it's time to get on to my question. I'm going to drill you. I'm going to try and be a journalist. 5, a sander, fast 5 questions. You ready for them?
No comment.
You can't say that. I'm going to push you. Okay. It's not on the record,
right,
okay?
Okay.
Off the record.
Okay.
Not really. Okay, this is the first question. Is the first car you ever owned?
A Mini.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now what is your opinion of the best car on the street?
I like Lexuses. That's what I drive, and yeah, I think they're the best on the street.
Why is that?
Well, I just love the comfort, the silence in it. everything like that.
And the economy as well. Lexus have got
Yeah,
that
great
nailed
economy.
down.
Yeah.
I love being economical on a Zoom. Now, what would you call the worst car on the street?
Anything other than a Lexus.
That was an easy. See, such a journo answer.
Dave Geary, I love you.
What do you currently drive today?
I drive a Lexus 600 SL hybrid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Wharton, this is the big final question. Okay, this is like my journo question of the whole interview. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is not fulfilling what I promise. It's not a fear of failure, but I like to deliver what I promise, and you know, I'll go to the ultimate ends to do it.
Now, Mr. Wharton, that's what I like about you, and I'm not trying to be, you know, all nice to the boss, but you are a very, very likable and a very, very motivating, and to most of us people in TV, you are a mentor. You don't even know you are.
Thanks, mate.
That's what I love about it. So
Appreciate it, Aaron.
thank you
Good
very
on
much
mate.
for coming.
Enjoyed this.
So that's our show. Now, if you'd like to know more about today's show, go to our website, zoomtv.com.au, and don't forget, we're after events. So if you've got an event coming up, go to our website, click on the events page, tell us about it, we'll give it a plug. You never know, we might even come along. And Zoomaholics, if you've got something cool that flies, drives and floats, we want to know about it. Make a video between 1 and 2 minutes long, upload it to YouTube, then send the link to IamAZoomaholic@zoomtv.com.au. Bye for now, thanks for watching, and remember, whatever you do that Zooms, make sure you do it safe. And that's a wrap.